Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 3. This is your coaching call for week 3. We're going to start working on our hydration. So, yeah, so excited to get this one going. Hopefully, you guys been having a good couple of weeks with the first week, right? Getting our steps in. Hopefully, going into the second week, you were still continuing to work on those steps. And then we added in the protein, right? And we're still going to work on that throughout the weekend, as I'm going to post this video today on Friday. And then, yeah, starting Monday, hopefully, you guys will still continue with your steps and your protein. And then now we're just going to add in drinking our water. So, yeah, let me know in the comments how everything has been going with the protein. Any questions you guys have, any questions you have on this video for drinking your water and getting all that stuff in. But yeah, I hope the challenge has been going so good for you guys. I just, again, am loving all the activity in the group and just everyone just being so involved in stuff. Keep posting your stuff. Love it so much. Please, please, please keep doing it. Um, and yeah, I love it so much. Also, highly recommend, right? We're going into the weekend, so it's a nice time to reset, come back to ourselves. So use those daily meditations, the tapping. I'm going to also post another meditation today that you guys could use over the weekend, right? The weekend is just such a good time to really come back to ourselves. And yeah, really center and ground. If you guys have been feeling emotional, it's been a full moon. And with the changes of the moon comes changes in us, as a lot of us, we're a lot of water, right? And so the moon, it changes the ocean, right? And the water patterns and all that stuff. And so that's a lot of the times it can do the same with us. And so if you're feeling emotional, that's pretty common and normal. And just let it flow through you. It is not who you are. It's just emotions flowing through you. And I know I can tend to feel a little more emotional around the full moons. My menstrual cycle is around the full moon, so double whammy there. But yeah, if you're feeling that, please try that meditation out. Come back to Ginny's beautiful tapping and her beautiful sound bath. Set some time aside for yourself. Ask your partner to watch the kids. Go into a room, right? Put your headphones in and just get into a nice little private area that you can just focus on yourself for 10-15 minutes. I think the sound bath is only 10 minutes. The guided tapping is like 6 minutes. And the meditation I'm going to post is like maybe 11 minutes as well. But yeah, I know that this time can be emotional for people. So I just want you guys to be able to use those to come back to. Um, but yeah, so I am going to share my screen. I cannot see my screen very well because I am outside, as you guys can see. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sharing screen. Okay, I'm gonna open up the challenge guide. And I'm gonna present, present. Okay, line with the new you. We've already gone through a lot of this stuff. I need to move this out of my way. You guys can't see it, but it's some Zoom stuff. There we go. Okay. The challenge, right? So we've done week 1, we've done our steps. Hopefully we're still working on those. Um, Gosh, sorry guys if you can hear that. My dad's air conditioner just started. So sorry for that noise in the background. Um, I'm here in Soton. It's been hot. Today's not that hot, thank God. Jeez, you guys, it's so hot down here. Monday was crazy. I'm not used to the hot weather yet. Let's see. Week 2 is right, working on our protein. So hopefully you guys are continuing on to week 2 with your steps and now working on your protein. Week 3, now we're going to continue with week 1 and week 2, and we're going to add in drinking half our body weight of water in ounces. Okay. Hopefully you guys are still working on your workouts. Remember, those are so, so, so important for building your muscle, speeding up your metabolism, and just making you look good. I promise you. lifting weights is like a gold standard for what you want. I promise you. And so hopefully you guys have tried that out. If you haven't yet, try them out. That's okay. If you can only get one workout in a week, that's great. And yeah, if you have any questions on that, let me know. Yeah, the goal is that by week 3, we're holding strong, right? That after this challenge, you guys have created these new intentions, these new habits that are creating a new lifestyle that will stick with you for the rest of your life. Because those that have lost a significant amount of weight, that have really changed their health for the better, these are some of those staples that they work on every day. That is what has changed my life. Like, I am not perfect by any means, but I would say 90% of the time I'm hitting my steps, I'm getting my water, and I'm getting my protein in. And it has changed my life so much. It will change yours, I promise you. So yeah, we're just trying to create that new lifestyle right now. Don't expect to be perfect. We already know that, right? It's about being consistent. So if, getting half your body weight of water in ounces is a crazy amount, then let's just do the best that we can, right? Maybe you've only been getting one water bottle a day, like some Costco Kirkland water bottle. And now let's add a second one, right? Whatever gets you to start moving towards drinking more. Checklist week 1, right? We know that. Week 2, we're in that. Now, week 3, you're going to drink that water while continuing on with those other 2. Really try to still actively participate in the Facebook group and the challenge discussion. Please post random things in the group. I love it, you guys. I love it. You guys have been posting stuff in the feed. You can post that just in the group, your own separate post. Please do. So for you to prove that you got your water in, please post a picture of either like an empty water bottle and say how much you drank that day, of a tracker if you're tracking your water, or just typing out how much you drank that day. I don't care as long as you guys are just being honest, right? Let's see. We've gone through all this. There's our workouts. Get those workouts in, ladies. So important. Now, hydration. Okay, so proper hydration is an important role to help improve your health, your physique, and your performance. So many things. Like literally, we would die without water, right? So obviously, it does a lot of things. It's obviously important. How much water? I already said that. So yeah, the amount of water that you should be drinking is you take your body weight, divide that by 2, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking in a day. If you are working out, say you work out for an hour, drink an additional 20 ounces for every hour that you work out or hour that you're out in the heat somewhat, right? So if you're going to be out in the heat all day, it's hot, it's summer, right? You're going to drink more than half your body weight. So that is the amount that you want to drink. There are a lot of women that shoot for the gallon rule, right? I've heard that. Now, while some women may need to drink that, that actually could be too much for others. And a lot of people don't understand this. There is such a thing as drinking too much water. I mean, you could literally drink too much water and drown yourself to death. Now that's really hard to do, but yeah, drinking too much water is we don't want to be too much and too little. We want that sweet spot of what our body requires. And drinking too much could be washing out your electrolytes. And right, because like we want hydration is not just water. Hydration is having that water to electrolyte ratio, having that good balance. So if you are drinking a lot more than you should be, you're going to be washing out your electrolytes. You could be dehydrating yourself. Okay. So we really want to make sure we're working on drinking the amount that our body needs and then also including some electrolytes. I always call them LMNT. They might be Element. I've heard multiple things, but I call them LMNT. I love those guys. They are a great option, great quality. They taste great to me. They're a little salty, but that's because sodium, that's an electrolyte, right? So sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, those are all electrolytes, and those are very important for proper hydration and so many other things in the body. So yeah, LMNT is a great one. I know a lot of people drink the liquid IV. I am not a fan of the taste. I will do the sugar-free ones sometimes. And yeah, they just taste better to me. Yeah, but I really like the LMNT. Those are a great one. Another thing that you can do is for proper hydration, like for electrolytes, you can literally just consume some salt. I think it's a fourth of a teaspoon. I always forget this. I don't remember why I can never forget it. Or never, I don't know why I can never remember this. That was a weird, however, I just said that. So I believe it's a fourth of a teaspoon per like 8 ounces of water. But it might be an eighth. So if you guys want to know on that, please comment it, please ask it in the comments and then I'll put it in there. But yeah, like sodium's good. It gets a bad rep. And the reason that it has is because a lot of our food has had a lot of sodium in it, right? So fast food and processed food, they all have a lot of sodium in it. So if you're eating a lot of fast food and processed food, then you don't need to be really taking electrolytes. But if you're someone who is really working on eating whole foods, you're going to need to salt your food. You're going to need to include some salt into your diet. You would literally die without sodium. So that is a thing. So contrary to what the old way of thinking was that like sodium's bad for you and stuff, it's not. It's really good for you. I wake up and I'll take a pinch of my Redmond real salt. I don't like the taste of salt in the water, like doing the fourth of a teaspoon. So I'll just take a pinch and then I'll drink my water with it in the morning to just get some electrolytes in me and hydrate me. Hydration is super important first thing in the morning, right? Because we've been asleep all night, we've been dehydrated. So getting that hydration in, and that is one of the tips of helping you to get your water in is starting off first thing in the morning. Um, you don't want to be chugging your water throughout the day. Like if you're thirsty, drink it. You want to be like sipping it. Chugging it too much could wash out electrolytes. So, but if you it comes down to that, sometimes you just chug some water, right? Because you're thirsty. But try to be drinking it periodically throughout the day so that you don't have to chug it. Um, but yeah, I'm going to give you guys some tips on why, or give you some reasons on why hydration is important. And then I'm going to give you some tips that will help you to consume your water. So, water boosts energy and it fights fatigue. So, if you notice you have low energy a lot, like that could be an issue of not drinking enough water. Water really helps to give us energy, it helps to support in fat loss. So, I'm sure you guys have heard it. If you're hungry, just drink some water. It could be that you're just thirsty. That is true, right? So you could be craving foods because you're actually just dehydrated and you just need to drink some water. So keeping up on your water can be really important for fat loss. But also note on that is you don't want to be chugging a bunch of water before you eat a meal, right? So if you're like, cool, I'm about to eat lunch, but I don't want to eat a lot, I'm going to just chug a bunch of water right now. You do not want to do that because that could actually be washing out your hydrochloric acid and your enzymes. And hydrochloric acid and enzymes are what help to digest and break your food down. And so if you're chugging a bunch of water and you're washing that out, you could be having some digestion issues, some bloating, some gas, things like that. So keep that in mind. You want to be drinking your water throughout the day, not chugging it right before you're eating. But yes, if you are not drinking enough throughout the day, that could be causing some hunger cues, right? Some cravings and stuff. It aids in digestion, like I just said, right? And reduces bloating. It also helps with bowel movements, right? So bowel movements need a good amount of water and fiber to go through your system. And so if you deal with constipation, that is a big sign of not drinking enough water. And so you should be having a bowel movement every day. Everyone should be having a bowel movement every day. If you are not, there's something going on there and there's something that you need to figure out. And a lot of the times that is not enough water or not enough fiber. So drinking your water is going to help you to have daily bowel movements. And the reason we want daily bowel movements, they are so important for your hormones and getting rid of excess toxins and excess metals and stuff out of our body. So when you're having a bowel movement, your body, that is waste. Your body's excreting, excess hormones that it doesn't want in its body anymore, heavy metals, toxins, anything that's coming out through your bowel movement. And if you're not having that daily, that bowel movement, that stool is just sitting in your body and it's being recirculated into your system and reabsorbed. And that can cause hormonal imbalances and other issues. So remember that is really important that you are having a daily bowel movement. and drinking water is going to help aid in those daily bowel movements. Next, it improves mental clarity and your mood. It helps to promote clear and glowing skin. Seriously, you guys, you want nice skin, nutrition, your water, your protein are top things for good looking skin. Skincare is very important too, right? But like literally, water helps with the elasticity of your skin. It hydrates you, it makes you look more supple and fuller and vibrant. It helps to regulate your body temperature. It lubricates your joints and your muscles. This is a huge one. If you notice that you have achy joints or achy muscles or anything like that, achy joints is a big one. That could be because you're dehydrated. So if you deal with achy joints, you're probably not drinking enough water, and that will help out there a lot. And then it supports, right? I said the detoxification, already talked about that, and the balancing the hormones, talked about that. It also will drastically increase your workout performance. If you are dehydrated, you are not going to be able to perform as well as you could if you were hydrated. Hydration is so important. Having those electrolytes will really help with your performance in your workouts as well. So remember these things, especially if you're working out first thing in the morning, right? So go get some electrolytes in, get some salt and some water in, and that will help to fuel your workout. I touched on a couple signs of being dehydrated, but a couple signs, I guess I could stop sharing this now. A couple signs of being dehydrated is, like I said, is achy joints, constipation, right? So if you're constipated, that's gonna be a big one. Dry skin, chapped lips, that is a huge one. Chapped lips is such a big sign of being dehydrated. That's like one of the first things, like my clients have chapped lips, like drink more water, and they notice, so much that their chapped lips goes away. Headaches, if you have slight headaches, that is a huge, huge one. I used to get headaches, I remember pretty often, like just like your typical annoying headache. Before I started to work on my nutrition and my fitness and all the things. And after that, after I started to work on it, my headaches went away so much. So that is a really big one. So constipation, headaches, achy joints, dry skin, chapped lips, dark urine. That's another sign that you are dehydrated. You should be having a light yellow pee, right? So dark urine is going to be a sign of dehydration. And just like foggy brain, right? Not being able to think, that could be a sign of being dehydrated. So keep those in mind. If you deal with those, that could definitely be a sign that you are dealing with dehydration. Okay, now I'm going to talk about some tips to help you guys get your water in. Okay, so one of the biggest ones is starting first thing in the morning. That is the biggest thing for everything, right? Like trying to get your protein in. Think about it, right? You weigh 140 pounds, so you've got to get 140 grams in of protein. That's a lot, right? Like it's more than most people are used to eating. So starting earlier in the day and having those 3 meals is going to help you to get your protein in, right? Same things goes for your water. Start in first thing in the morning, and getting ahead of the game and getting that water is going to help you help you to get your water in. I talk so fast sometimes, right? And I just skip over my words and get all jumbled. Um yeah, so start your day with a full glass of water. Carrying a water bottle around with you can be a huge one, right? I think a lot of women are getting better at this, getting those cute water bottles that everybody loves. I think a lot of people are into the Stanleys. I, for one, am not a Stanley girl. I don't want something that's going to tip over and pour out on me, but to each their own, right? Everybody loves what they love. So yeah, use those Stanleys, use whatever water bottle. Go get a cute one. I feel like as women, like we like pretty cute things, right? And so like when we have something that's cute, I feel like that can even just help you to like drink your water more because you like it and you want to use it and it's new. So having that and carrying it around with you, like take that thing everywhere with you, right? It should always be near you so you always have water. Always filling it up, just making that a goal, right? Taking it everywhere with you. If you're flying, taking a water bottle with you so you don't have to pay like what, $10 for a water bottle at the airport. Like you can just fill up your own water bottle. Yeah, so take your water bottle everywhere. That's going to help you to keep up on your water, because if you don't have your water bottle, how are you going to drink water? You could set reminders or alarms on your phone to remind you to drink your water. You could literally, if you work at an office, you could put post-it notes on your desk to drink your water. You could post-it notes around your house. You can also download apps that will help you to stay hydrated, that will send you reminders to drink your water. So that's a good one. There's a couple different apps. There's the Llama app. I know Ray Dawn that's in here loves to use the Llama app. If you guys want to know what that is, let me know in the comments. I can put it in the comments. There's another one called the Habit Tracker app. I like that one. And that one's great for like all tracking, like so many things. You can have it remind you to do so many things. Get your workout in, eat your protein, get your steps in, do the meditations, go for a walk, do some stress relieving tactics, things like that. So I love that app. So that's another one that you guys can use. And just let me know if you guys want it, and I'll put it in the comments. Next is flavoring your water, right? Some people just don't really tend to drink water because they're just not huge on water. So flavoring it can be a really good tactic. You can flavor with lemon, mint, blackberries, all that kind of stuff. Any of those like flavoring drinks, things like that, if you're into that. I love putting like berries, like smashing up berries in my water, like raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and things like that. So yummy. Drinking with a straw is another one that can help a lot of people for some reason. Just that one last task of having to take the lid off can really help women to drink their water. And it can help you to drink more without even thinking about it. Be sitting at your desk typing and you got your straw in your mouth and you're drinking. What else helps? Just having like habits of like drinking a glass like by a certain, or having a certain amount of water that you want to drink by a certain time of the day, right? And just checking in with yourself that you've drank that. Some people like those like huge big jugs of water bottle that like actually label out how much you've drank so you can physically see it. That is very helpful for some people. Setting mini goals, like I said, right? Okay, by noon, I'm gonna have like a certain amount of my water drank. By dinner time, I'll have this much drink, and that will help you guys out a lot. If you are drinking water close to bed, that can cause you to have to pee more in the middle of the night. So it can be helpful to try to cut off your water by a certain time. But again, to each their own. I'm someone that drinks up till when I'm going to sleep because I love water and I'm thirsty. So that one can be a hard one for me. Again, adding the electrolytes, that's going to help you with hydration, and it's flavorful, right? They taste good. That can help you out as well. Creatine is another thing. That is a number one supplement I will recommend to women forever. It has so many health benefits, you guys. So many health benefits. I take it. I tell a lot of my clients take it. Unless you have kidney issues. If you have kidney issues, you should probably not be taking creatine. Talk to your doctor. That's not a good one, but everyone else is safe with it. It is the most number one research supplement out there, and I love it. I take it. It really helps with building muscle and strength gains and working out. And it also helps with cognitive function. There's so much research on this supplement, you guys. I don't push any supplements other than your typical like vitamin D, fish oil, maybe a multivitamin if they need, and like protein. And I think I said vitamin D and magnesium and things like that. Those are pretty simple: magnesium, vitamin D, fish oil, and anything else if you are deficient in it. Yes, but those are the three that I really push, and like a protein powder, and then creatine. Creatine is such a good one, you guys. It really is. There's so much research on it. There is a great podcast on it that you guys could listen to. If you guys want that, let me know. I will put that in the comments too. It will really push you to start consuming it, and it will change your health a lot. Let's see. We talked about the habit. Last thing is like right tracking. Just tracking your water can really help you to see how much you're consuming, and how much you're not consuming, and just help you to stay accountable. Right? Because that's what this challenge is doing. This challenge is helping you guys out with accountability. That's one of the biggest things. I'm educating you guys. That's what I do in my coaching with my clients, right? Like I help my clients out with accountability. That is a huge, huge, huge one. And that's what I'm doing here. And so tracking your stuff can really help you. And right, I'm also helping you guys. I'm educating you guys on a lot of things. And that's what I'm doing daily with or weekly with my clients when I have weekly calls, like we're doing here, right? So I'm educating you guys on a lot of things, which is really important because education drives compliance, right? When you understand why you need to drink water, when you understand why you need to eat protein and why you need to get your steps in, you're going to be more motivated to do it versus me just being like, drink your water, eat your protein, and get your steps in, right? Like That's not, I mean, yeah, you might try to do it, but when you really understand the root reason of why you should be doing these things, you're going to be more motivated to do it. So I am helping you guys out there with the education side, but the biggest thing is accountability, right? That's why a lot of my clients stick with me for a long time is because I keep them accountable. I check in with them weekly, even more than weekly through message and stuff. Some people like there is so much that accountability does for you guys. And so tracking your stuff, that's helping to keep you accountable. That's a really important thing. And that's going to be a really important thing that you guys find a way to stay accountable after this challenge, to continue to work on these habits, right? If those of you that have done this challenge, in the past, you see how much accountability it keeps for you. And I'm sure you guys have seen that when the challenge ends, you'll kind of fade off, right? A little bit, like things happen. So finding a way to stay accountable is so important. So important. But yeah, that is all that I have for week 3 of hydration. Really good job, you guys. You're doing great. You're doing so good. If you have not tracked anything and you want to, please go in there and start posting it. You did not have to start from day one. I don't care if you start from now. Like, just get in there. I just want you guys to have some success and reach these intentions, hit your goals, and to create these new habits that are creating a new lifestyle for you, hopefully. Yeah, again, please answer any questions in the comments. Let me know, in the comments of the Facebook post. I just thought of that. Maybe people have been even writing stuff in on the YouTube channel, so I should check that. But yeah, put them in the comments of the Facebook post. Please, please, please post them in the comments. You guys can message me if it's a very like more personalized something you don't want to post about, but I would appreciate if you guys were posting your questions in the Facebook group because I want everyone to see it. I know a lot of people are going to have the same questions, and so that's just really beneficial to those around you. I've been getting some messages, and that's fine. Totally happy to answer. But yeah, if you guys can start doing it in the comments, just so everyone else can benefit from it, right? Because it's hard for some people to ask questions, and I totally understand that. I've been there. But yeah, so ask your questions, keep up with those steps, keep up with your protein. Now let's start working on that hydration. Let's keep up with those workouts, or let's start to get those in. If you have not even started those, let's do them. Let's try them. You have access to these workouts. They are the best in the industry. I promise you, these are well-designed workout programs that will get you results if you can actually stick to it. And yeah, this challenge has been so awesome, guys. I've had a lot of family things come up. Life has gotten real crazy, and so I apologize if there has felt like any time that I haven't been as involved in the challenge present. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying my hardest, but I've had some really big things happen in my family, and so it's just kind of taken a toll on things. But yeah. So I apologize for that, but you guys are doing amazing. If you guys need anything, just reach out. And yeah, happy drinking your water. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye, guys.